think the bigger tailwind is just consumers have now increasingly realized that they want personal transport, right? I think what COVID did was even in larger metros where there were people who had let go of their cars because they thought they would live, with shared cabs, came back to owning a car. And a lot of people in smaller towns who never owned cars suddenly realized that maybe they should get a car, right? So I think the net impact, I would say that the change in the last year and a half, 2 years, where people have realized the value of kind of owning and solving for their own personal mobility, has outweighed the impact of higher fuel prices. But obviously, I mean, I'm sure if fuel prices continue to grow, that'll create some challenges, but nothing that we've seen right now.
I think a lot of people willing to sell their cars on your platform, but not a lot of them are willing to buy it.
No, I go back to my favorite number there, which is the 2% car penetration, right? In a market where there's 2% car penetration, I don't think we really need to worry about us not having enough people who want to buy cars, because there is a whole population buying their first car. And as the average GDP per capita is going up, there are a set of families who now want to upgrade their car, right? We have customers who bought their car. They bought a cheaper car because they wanted to learn how to drive. Then they got married, they've got kids, they want to upgrade to the next car. They got promoted, they now want to upgrade to an even larger car. So I think between first-time buyers and consumers who want to upgrade, I don't see any dearth of demand in India. In India, we've got the car business, we've got the bike business, we've got financing. And in international, we want to continue to drive growth in the regions that we already have entered in, which is Australia, Dubai, Thailand, and then use that money to actually expand into a select set of new territories. So I would say that's effectively where we would use our funds.
What sort of new territories are you looking at?
We've got a head of Southeast Asia in. So while Thailand has been the first country that we've gone live in, we're obviously exploring others as well.
All right. And is there any specific reasons why you have chosen these markets?
No, I think, these markets were really a function of kind of the supply and demand situation in many of these markets, right? It was about, is there demand for used cars? Is it a crowded space in terms of players already in the used car space? I think, in my mind, an IPO is always a means to an end. It is not an end by itself, right? The end goal for us is to really build the most incredible auto e-commerce company in the world. I think when the time is right, when we feel that it's the right time to go down that route, we look at it. But that's it's not a stake in the ground that we've put. In my mind, the right way to think about it is to not think about the IPO as an outcome in itself. Right? It's a milestone along the way. We will hit it when we think it's the right time, when we feel like we want to access public money. At this point of time, I think we've got more than enough money that we'd like to think about how we use it to really move to the next orbit in terms of the business itself. And then once we've made that, we'll think about, okay, now what next?